What's good, everybody? It's your boy D-93 here with another gotta love Medal of Honor. Now let's do this. I know that wasn't my best voice, and I really can't sing, but just deal with it. I just like doing it because I just like the game so much. Now today I'm gonna be talking about what was your favorite class when you played this game. Now I just thought I'd throw this topic out there because when people played this game, people had their favorite classes. People had their own points and who they want to be, who they felt more comfortable with, weapon-wise, equipment, everything. Now, when I played this game, I was pretty much comfortable with every class, but I only preferred maybe like a couple of them. Like, I'm not gonna say all of them were crappy. Like, I tried them all, and I know sometimes when you play games like this, everybody has like a peculiar class, a particular, excuse me, not peculiar, particular class they like to play as, or they feel more comfortable with. And I felt more comfortable using the point man. Why? Because he was really good offensively and defensively. And here's why. When you chose him, he was like, when you chose the point man, depending on like what weapon you use and everything, it really based on your own play style and where you were at and whatnot. For instance, I always used LaRue, and I would always use, sometimes I'd use the heavy barrel, sometimes I'd use the standard regular barrel that it came with, and the medium to long range barrel, because it gave you a better chance of mid-range to long-range shots, because the gun was technically a DMR, designated marksman rifle, and you would get the upper hand on people if you had that distance. Like when it came down to close range, it wasn't the best, but if you knew how to use it and you had the right setup, you can get the job done with it. Now, of course, you know the point man comes with as well with an 870, shorty G, and it was a really great sidearm. Yeah, some people were like, "Oh, it's OP." It wasn't OP. It was exactly how it's supposed to be. When you're close range to somebody, they die instantly with it because it's a shotgun. If the gun's in your mug and it's shooting slug rounds or whatever rounds it's shooting, especially if it's buckshot or whatever, it's coming from a shotgun and you're very close to somebody, of course you're gonna get killed by it. So that's why I really liked the class, because it had it was good for long range to close quarters. And my second class, I could say, that was my best one, was possibly the sniper class, because I was a really good sniper in this game. I could get some really good headshots, and despite the fact that you could get spotted because of how your name tag would pop up so dang easily and just core play. But if you had like a good spot, if they saw you, some people wouldn't even get a chance to even see my name. Like by the time they got a chance to even see like a glimpse of it or a piece of it, they were dead. They were gone. Now my favorite one to use for that was probably the CS5 McMillan, and I know a lot of people said it wasn't the best, and I can agree with you there because it was very weak. It didn't have enough stopping power, even with a suppressor on it, or even without the suppressor, it just did not have enough. But I know I can tell you this now, that gun was really good for getting headshots. Why? Because every time I used it, I got headshots like crazy, even more than the TAC 300 McMillan. And it was just a great, amazing gun, and it was my favorite weapon of choice. And I liked how the class was balanced, as well as giving you a Glock 18 with extended mags to hold like 33 bullets in it, and it just felt so right, and it got the job done. I'm just gonna put it like that. Now, those of y'all, I know some people like using the assault class because it's like the main front line, and some people like using the support gunner because he was like in between being in the front, but he was a support gunner. He did his job. He had to stay back a little bit, but be technically in the middle of battle, so he can, suppress a fire on the other enemies. And of course, people like using Demo Man, like using Spec Ops, because you can see through walls. But the game just had so many varieties of different classes you could use. You had 6 classes to choose from. Now, I wish they had something like this, a better setup like this in Battlefield, because Battlefield, I know people are like, yeah, you get 4 classes, but I kind of miss back in the day when they had it condensed down when they had it like expanded, to 6 people, because you had varieties of classes to choose from, different options. Everybody had their own, perks and abilities and whatnot, and that's why I liked Medal of Honor so much.